Hello my fellow riders and welcome back to Riding Reviews. Today we're going to be having a look at the Zontes ZT310-X. So as you can see, we're standing next to the Zontes ZT310-X. Now this one is a second-hand bike and it has 3,250 miles on it. But we're going to do this as if it is new. Zontes do not do this model anymore, but they do have the T version and they have the T1, I believe, as well. On this review, we are going to do a direct comparison with the BMW 310G. And we'll do a spec comparison and stuff like that. So it'll be spec, design, comfort, cost of riding, and pros and cons. Spec. So the Zontes is a double overhead cam, single cylinder water-cooled engine. So it does come out at 34.8 horsepower. The BMW 310 comes out at 33.5, so you've got an extra 1-ish horsepower. Newton meters of torque, this one comes out at 30, the BMW comes out at 28. Max speed on this is 160 kilometers an hour or 99 miles an hour. The BMW is 143 or 88 miles per hour. They both have 6-speed. Both of these bikes come with 17-inch wheels. Both of them come with aluminium swing arms. But that's really where the similarities end. This one has a couple of nice features that I kind of like. The handlebars light up, they're backlit with a red glow. It has a digital dash. It has 2 maps on it, so you've got the Sport and Eco. Electronic seat release, electronic release on the fuel tank, and also, let's turn it on. Where is it? Yeah. You've got electronic screen guard, adjustable brake lever, adjustable clutch lever. It does have a wet mesh clutch. But one thing that this has better than the BMW is the exhaust. The exhaust on this is much nicer than the BMW. Me personally, I would choose this over the BMW, but that is my choice. Design. Now this bike takes some of its design cues from the Kawasaki H2 series motorbike. It is fully faired. It looks kind of short to me, but personal preference and all that. It has cold touch exhaust system, 17-inch wheels. It's got the digital display, the light up handlebars. This seat is really comfortable. LED lights all the way around. Adjustable screen on the front, HID or projection headlights on the front, and it also comes with a USB port. Comfort. Now I'm 5'9" and I can't quite flat foot it on 2 feet, but I can place 2 feet on the ground. My legs fit quite nicely underneath the tank, and it does have these bobbins on this one. I think they're aftermarket, but this one is a second-hand bike. Now I will need to use my paper for the dimensions. So length of the bike entirely is 2051. The width from here to here is 750 mil. The height up to the top is 1,227. The wheelbase, so the parts where it's touching the tyre, front and back, are 1,390. Net weight is 149 kilograms, and the fully laden weight is 159. Fuel capacity on this, it has a 15-litre tank, and it says on their site that it should do somewhere in the region of 100 miles to 3.2 litres. So that's just under a gallon. So real world conditions, whether you can get that, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure somebody will tell me. It does have really bright headlights on the front, and it does have the LED lights on the back. It has a section here so that you can put a top box on it without putting a back rack, so you just bolt straight in. The seat is really comfortable. You are going to be able to do long distances on this bike. The seat's neutral, fairly neutral, so you're not going to be sliding forward. So you're going to be be able to do hundreds of miles on this bike without having too much of an issue. This is very good for twos up, so you can have two people, and the pillion will be comfortable. It has, for a pillion seat, it is quite wide, so there is enough room to get somebody on there nice and comfortable, and they will also be able to ride for potentially an extended period of time. Riding position is fairly upright. Again, that is a good thing on a commuter. Cost of riding. This bike comes in at £4,199 plus £150 on the road. Take the BMW G3 Series 310cc, that comes in at £4,768 plus the OTR charge. I'm not sure on what BMW charge you for OTR. Second hand, this one in particular, we are going to sell for £2,999. It's immaculate condition. It has 3,500 miles on the clock. If you do want to buy this bike, there is a link in the description to go to Cheap Bikes for Us, and it is available for now. I don't know how long for, so be quick. Tax on this is £46 a year. Maintenance costs, you should be looking at somewhere in the region of £300 a year for the two services. Obviously, this one takes more oil and different spark plugs and all that compared to a 125, so you've got to take that into consideration. Fueling, you should be able to get somewhere in the region of 350 to 400 miles to the tank. Obviously, this depends very much on your riding style, and yeah. If you ride everywhere in sports mode, full throttle, you're probably not going to be able to get that high miles per gallon, but that's entirely up to you, your rider style. Remember to, when you're riding a bike, make sure you're wearing a helmet, a jacket, gloves, and a good pair of boots. You should really wear a pair of trousers. I don't, but that's my personal opinion or preference. You wear whatever makes you feel comfortable, but just make sure you're riding safe. Pros and cons. So this bike is going to be really good for going long distances. You can have a pillion. It has electrical seat, seat, tank, screen. The screen's probably fairly useful. The electronic seat and the electronic tank is probably a bit more of a gimmick. The handlebars light up quite nicely, and with this, the one thing that I don't like, I'm not a big fan on keyless entry vehicles. Right, there's a key. So you press the button, flashes, beeps, turns on, pull in the clutch, and the bike goes. I'm not a big fan of this. Shush. It does come with, this bike in particular comes with a heated grips already. We're not going to take them off, you might as well have them. It does come with an automatic steering lock. In a situation like ours, where you've got to be pushing the bikes around in, out, all that sort of stuff, this becomes a bit of a pain. So you've always got to have the keys if you're pushing it about. For safety wise, theft wise and all that, it's probably quite helpful. This has a safety feature, whereas if the bike started and somebody nicks it and drives off, the bike will not cut out. So they can get as many miles away from it and it will not cut out. The second they turn the engine off, they will not be able to start it again without the key. And that's a safety feature. They don't want Mr. Tea Leaf Man to go down the road and the bike cut off and chuck him off. Mr. Tea Leaf Man, you are protected for nicking bikes. I can't guarantee the guy that you nicked off isn't going to beat the crap out of you, but there you go. So anyway, the X310 from Zontes. Really nice bike, nice commuter, little bit more powerful than the BMW 310, little bit cheaper, not massive amount cheaper, but a little bit cheaper. Me personally, if they were the same price, the BMW and this one, I prefer the looks of this one. But that's me. That's my personal preference. You may like the look of the other one, and you may like that the other one's made by BMW instead of Zontes, but Zontes is a big name and it has its own factory, and if you put this in the next to the BMW 310, spec wise, comfort wise, quality wise, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So thank you for watching my video on the Zontes 310X series, so ZT310X. Now subscribe to my channel to stay updated to all of my latest content. Hit that thumbs up, comment below if you didn't like my video, and tell me how I can make it better in the future. Remember, I have a library of over 360 videos, and I have multi-domain or multi-platform video sharing, so you can find me on lots of other platforms. But as always, ride safe.